worry about a thing, I got it covered. Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Why you think I'm out here acting crazy? Ma, you know I'm still your little baby. All my life I was a now I pull the truck up. Same stuck up. Now she wanna us. See me hanging out the window screaming what? No more tough luck. A different cloth is what I'm cut from. Baby, oh my lord. The cops chasing Bronson in the all-white Ford.
Now it's time to vote. Here are your 4 contenders for the top play of the week. You can submit your best plays through social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. Well, thank you guys again for joining us on set. And of course, Shake, you know we like to check in with the community every once in a while, make sure things are going smoothly.
That's good. That's a good thing.
So you've had the game for a few months. How does it feel now to be playing it for a little while?
We're really trying to sink our teeth into it. It's before Christmas, so we're also trying to get good enough so we can beat all the new Christmas news that come through when everybody gets the game.
Nice. Is there one particular mode that you're really focused in on?
The 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. For the win! Oh.
Chips.
What? I need a little snack.
All right.
What's the problem?
No problem. I'm going to get you some cookies.
Oh, you got jokes, huh, X?
Live from Denver, it's the home of the Nuggets. We're broadcasting from the Pepsi Center. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. For the Denver Nuggets, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis at the FedEx Forum.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
You always want to try to steal as many games away from home as you can. They just came up short there.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, the connection between Prez and his former high school coach, Washington Falls, goes beyond your typical coach-player relationship. Coach Falls acted as a role model at times.
Thanks, David. And so often for NBA players, a high school coach is so much more than a coach.
It's a great point. I mean, I remember Washington Falls playing in college way back in the day, and you can see his no-nonsense style and how he coached Prez.
Well, Steve, we know some players are notoriously slow starters. It really takes them a while to hit their peak and get to where they want to all season long. How long did it take you? Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Different look here for the Warriors. West is checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Clark, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, a lot of defense at the forward spot with Iguodala and Green. Livingston is out there with Ian Clark, and it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And it is clear that Prez plays with a lot of fire. He goes hard every possession.
So he makes one of two as the second one misses. And looking back to draft day, you just kept waiting and waiting for Prez to have his name called. Finally, He did, but he slipped to the late first round.
Listen, that's shocking, given how much hype he came into college with. I'm not sure if something showed up on the medical review or what, but I would have thought some team would have taken a risk on Prez before he went where he did.
And one thing about Prez and Young, when they're on the floor, you can just feel the energy on the team elevate.
And it becomes infectious. Everyone on the roster picks up on it, and the team can just run away with games because of it.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point.
And the Nuggets might not have too many household names, but they do have some depth. And from 1 to 12, you look up and down that roster, they have players with NBA talent.
You look back at what every all-time great has in common, and the common link, the common theme, is their great work ethic. Prez has taken great strides to mimic the work of those that came before him.
And you can always find Prez in the gym, trying to improve his game. I mean, he knows what it takes to get to the highest level, and kudos to him for keeping his nose to the grindstone.
And right now, Draymond is just cooking, immediately firing, having confidence in himself and knowing he can knock that one down.
And again, another one in from Willis. Prez has got 5 now.
You can't give him any daylight or he will do just that.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Iguodala gets the bucket.
Terrific court awareness to hit his teammate with a perfect pass in transition.
Young passes to Willis. And again, it's Denver.
Simply astounding work inside. Prez getting the ball in his sweet spot and just doing his thing down there.
Livingston kicks to Green. Here's Clark. Off target from outside.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Young. Sweet little floater.
When you have a reliable floater like that, it can be absolutely lethal.
Here's Clark. West a screen on Harris. Here's Clark. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's... And here's more from Prez now.
To be honest with you, man, our friendship didn't start off great. But I think what brought us together was our work ethic. I mean, we're both hardcore gym rats, man. We loved it.
How important is it, guys, to find common ground with your teammates, away from the game, off the court?
Well, I think all the best teams have a level of camaraderie in the locker room. It's all about making the effort. You don't have to be best friends with your teammates by any means, but it helps when you have something in common like Prez and Young have.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
And they really are just giving them no breathing room out there. They have completely flustered them and set the pace of this game in their favor.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Durant, Ian Clark out there with Steph Curry. And there's Iguodala. And it's West in at the 5, down low. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors, but he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, I'm very laid back. I believe in the calm presence of a coach more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling. I guess that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but D.A., he's as competitive as they come. Thank you. Murray dishes to Gallinari. Inside, here's Willis. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And you got to admire the attitude of Prez, staying with his shot despite the D being all over. One thing that Gallinari brings to the table is his ability to line up effectively at either forward spot. Can act as a stretch four, if you will, with his height and still bother other power forwards. Very efficient shooter at the four position when he gets minutes there. And the lead should be... safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Warriors trail by 9. Curry is inside. He is against Young, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And Greg, talking about the advantage of a guy like Gallinari, other fours often don't know how to match up with him, especially with his willingness to attack the hoop on the bounce.
Great point. A big part of the bonus you get from Gallinari is just having the flexibility with lineups. I mean, his coach can mix and match how they deploy him depending upon what team they're facing. And he's also improved his rebounding. I mean, to help play more effectively, I believe, at the four.
West up on top. Plenty of space. Denver grabs the miss. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. A guy who...
Bring it in. Take a seat.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
I know you idolize the terrific Magic Johnson. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Nuggets lead by...
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. Green is finding all kinds of ways to hurt us out there.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side. Both teams changing it up here. The Warriors leading. Willis, he's in at 3. Nurkic is out there with Gallinari, and it's Young, and it's Murray in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. To the left side wing. Here's Clark. That one a little long.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
For the tie. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Love the ball movement. Perez is really spacing out the court well with his passing.
For Denver, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. And among all the tangible things that make the Warriors great, the big intangible we keep coming back to, Steve, is chemistry.
Yes, they have great players, but this is a team that loves each other, loves playing the game. They're unselfish. They're willing to sacrifice. They play hard, and you just can't create that. Chemistry is something that you have to develop.
It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And Prez is the last guy you want to let get hot if you are the defense. When he's scoring like this, the D is in trouble.
Here's Durant. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Durant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors. Iguodala against Willis. David West grabs the miss. The Warriors have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Durant against Gallinari. And it's Durant missing.
If his shots were just a little more on point tonight, they'd be holding a much bigger lead right now.
Here's Willis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. They get Andre Iguodala.
I just love the tenacity that Prez displays, going straight into the heart of the D there and drawing the foul.
Gary Harris is checked in for Murray. Golden State also making some changes. Draymond Green comes in for West, and it's Livingston in for Thompson. Here's Iguodala, and it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. That's 10 points for Iguodala.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Gallinari passes to Young. Here's Willis. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
That would have been a good time to